Hi Sagittarius, I hope you're all doing well. We're going to get into your general reading and see what's going on with you. I have to tell you the energy kind of shifted. I just came out of Leo's reading and there's been a change in the energy. So I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe you'll feel some kind of shift in the energy. Don't be alarmed. Okay, but the shift in the energy, it's a window. I just cut the deck. Window to freedom. Oh, I'm hearing out of the moon, and I just named, whose reading was that? Libras. Maybe you're connected to a Libra or you have Libra in your chart, but there's something about coming out of confusion, seeing the window to freedom. And Spirit saying something like, it's not a door yet, it's a window. Okay, so there's a vision into a new space, a new spiritual space, a new mental space, emotional space, psychic space that is unfolding. But the window appears via this kind of shift in energy. So I'm not saying it's a bad shift, it's just a shift. Like you'll feel it. 111 right there. Interesting, Sagittarius. Okay. Let's get the cards out and see what's going on here. These are general messages. Whatever comes through is what needs to come through. I don't focus in on any one particular aspect of life, so apply it as it resonates to you. Whatever it is that you're interested in thinking about, work, love, career, spirituality, health, what have you. All right, Sagittarius. Let's see. What's the theme of this reading for Sagittarius? The Talisman, Veiled, and Time. Yeah. Ooh, I'm liking this reading. And I'm noticing the colors are... Anyways, that's my Libra rising talking. Okay, distractions. There's some distractions in the energy. Maybe a Libra will distract you in some way. Okay. There is something that is veiled right now that will be revealed to you, that window, in a particular time, when the time is right, out of the moon energy. Whoa. Okay, and the window is a talisman. It's a protective symbol. Maybe window itself, the symbol of a window or windows, like in the 3D world, are protection for you, protective qualities, elements. Okay, this isn't going to be for all of you, but some of you might have a bird hit a window. If that happens, it's protection. It's not a bad omen, is what I'm getting, okay? It's a protection for you. Something is veiled. Oh, this is fascinating. Okay, let's see. What are the energies supporting Sagittarius at this time? And then we'll also look at what energies are challenging you. What's the support for Sagittarius at this time? Spirit, the support. Freedom. Yeah. Ooh. What are you freeing yourself from? Can we ask, Spirit, what is Sagittarius freeing themselves from? The child. Now, maybe it's an actual child. I don't know. Or it could be some kind of inner child fears or somebody else's inner child fears or wounds. Or maybe it's a feeling of being inexperienced, naive. Free from that. Let's see. Okay, these cards. The Philosopher, Betrayal, and Defiance. 1 second. You've challenged somebody or something. I just want one card on the child. Can we just get more clarity before I say anything else? Can you tell me a little bit more about what the child is representing here? The Tower, Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Somebody here, now this could be an aspect of yourself, or it could be a person outside of you, or it could be a group of people. So Really take it however. But there's an energy here that is very kind of set in their ways, the way they perceive things emotionally, or even the way they create things, do things, their behavior, their emotional reactions, their day-to-day patterns has been cemented or conditioned, I should say, conditioned into them based on some kind of catastrophic, traumatic or event or some upheaval in their life. You could have been dealing with a person who had a very unstable upbringing with the child there. Or this could even be an aspect of yourself. Like I said, you could have had a very difficult, troubling childhood as you see it, as you feel it, as you experienced it. And you're freeing yourself from that. Or you're freeing yourself from maybe somebody else who has that history. The energy you're currently in is an energy of defying, falling in line with behaviors, thoughts, and actions based on trauma, wounds. It's like you're saying, no, I'm not going to let that tower in my life dictate my future. I'm going to flip the script. I'm going to create a new reality for myself. I'm not going to be living in the past or in somebody else's trauma. You know, this could be going a few ways, or it could be both. And somebody here is feeling a sense of betrayal, that you are not going to be participating in a psychology or a behavioral pattern that comes from chaos. They feel betrayed by your defiance, betrayed by your desire to move towards freedom. This could be a family member, a partner, or your shadow aspect. But there's some sense of feeling like betrayed for defying this. You're breaking some pattern here, that's for sure, to move towards freedom, out of the moon, right? Out of fears, out of the unknown, out of subconscious patterning that doesn't serve you, and into the sun energy, into enlightenment, illumination. The time is now. The time is right. The number 5 or 41 could be significant. We have 41 and 31. Maybe something about a decade, 10 years could be significant, or when you were 10, or when someone else was 10, or 31 or 41. Okay, let's not get lost in the numbers too much. Maybe that's a message there for you too. Okay, this is fascinating. Let's see the challenge for Sagittarius. What's the challenge? Messenger. For some of you, it is deciphering the messages that you're receiving. You're not really sure what Spirit's getting at with some things here, okay? For some. For others of you, maybe you're not receiving the messages you need to, as you feel it, to help guide you. Let's see. What else is going on here? Messenger. Awakening. Yeah, I feel like that's what's going on. Searching for the messages about this awakening. Yes. It's a challenge. How do you put the pieces together? There's been a storm as well. The Defender. I feel like you're very invested in your soul, in your spirit, as you should be, in your magic, in your growth, in your shadow work, in your ascension, in your psychic abilities, all the good stuff. You're very invested in this. And I'm sensing a little bit of frustration here about not being able to see a window of opportunity or the window itself. Or maybe you see the window, but it's not a door. And you're like, how the hell am I supposed to walk through this? It's not big enough, or it's too high, or something, you know? But it is coming in here. I also feel like something has been so-called hidden from you or out of your view, veiled, for your protection. because the time hasn't been right. But it is now because we're talking about it. Okay, let's get your cards out. Where are we going with Sagittarius here, Spirit? The shift in energy is how we started, right? You'll feel the shift in energy. Okay, maybe we should just ask about that first. What will this shift in energy look like, feel like for Sagittarius? Two more. What will this shift of energy look like and feel like for Sagittarius? Wherever you have Sag in your chart. Also, I don't know if I said this, my readings are timeless, so whenever you watch this, it could be for you. Devil at the bottom. Wheel of Fortune. Turning the devil to the Wheel of Fortune. Turning a shadow contract into an opportunity for a new cycle, or working with the shadow to create a new cycle. Okay, let's see what's on the top here. Eight of Wands, the shift in energy. Here we are. What will that look and feel like? Page of Wands, a message. Knight of Swords. I'm sensing there's going to be a little bit of a confrontation here with this Page of Wands and the Knight of Swords kind of facing off. So there's resistance. You receive a message from Spirit here about your awakening. Okay, about your ability to have some freedom, I don't know, maybe that's a name for someone, or den, I don't know, to have some freedom from this chaos, from this subconscious patterning of yours or somebody else's. You're going to receive that message here from Spirit, and I feel like it's going to come in rather strong. Like, maybe it's even going to feel a little bit stormy. Look, the window underneath that again. Hold on. Some of you are witnessing, you're looking out your window, metaphorically, at a storm, at the chaos. Oh, here we go with the storm again, Sag, with that, with the big message about the hailstorm that came through your energy. And I think your last message even referenced a storm. What's in between? Hold on. What's in between the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands? Because I feel like this card showed itself, the Temperance, Sag, your card, which is also a card of being guided and alchemy. But I feel like you get some messages and you get them strong. You see something clearly, the chaos, the storm, the ability to break from the storm, to create a new cycle. You sense it, you see it, you feel it. But then the next step feels veiled, right? And it's like, not only does it feel veiled, but it feels like you get resistance, like somebody's pushing up against you, arguing with you, saying, no, it can't be like this, Sagittarius. It's not like this. Or, I don't know, you get some obstacle here from somebody who's just kind of, well, I'm getting running their mouth, I don't know, or just kind of not thinking, look at the horse. The horse is terrified of this person riding it. You might face somebody who thinks they have more power or support or insight or foresight or intuition than they actually do. They could just be talking a big game. You might think that this is somebody that you could trust or work with, but it turns out they're not. Okay, what's in between the Page and the Knight of Swords? The Lovers. A contract between you and this other energy. For those of you who are resonating with the Tower being an experience that somebody else had in their childhood, this could be that person who has some choice words to say about your defiance to do things their way. The only way they know how to do things. Yeah, the only way they know how to do things. Okay, let's try to, let's try to get a little bit clearer here for you, Sag. Spirit, can we get some clarity, some specifics, some direction with this reading for the highest good of all? What do we need to talk about here in relation to this message? 2 more. For Sagittarius. I feel like someone might be a little obstinate with you. Somebody has a lack of vision for the future as well. It's like they act very much in the current moment, but not from a place of like presence and awareness, but from reactivity. Like that, like it constantly feels like a tower's coming down for this person. They're constantly in fight, flight, or fright mode. Freeze, right? Fright. Okay. So maybe if this person freezes, goes silent, or doesn't do anything when you feel like they should, they're frozen because they're frightened, which is, you know, of course true, but maybe you need to be more aware of that. Okay, let's see. Your current energy. 9 of Swords. Really? Okay, let's keep going. What you don't see coming, the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel that. Why? The 4 of Swords. Your opportunity, Judgment. Your advice, the 5 of Cups. The outcome is the Moon. And the outside energy affecting you the most, the 9 of Wands. Yeah, there's somebody very defensive here. Or a group of people. They have their boundaries up and their eyes closed. See how this person's eyes closed? Boundaries up, eyes closed, not wanting to see if anything is actually presenting a danger, just assuming that everything is dangerous. Or this person is in like some kind of survival mode, but it's coming from their programming. Okay? They've been wounded. They've been hurt. They're trying to stand their ground, stand guard, you know? I truly feel like they're trying to do their best here with the tools that they have been given. Maybe for some of you, you've been asking when this person's going to awaken and stop being so defensive. What do you want to say about that? There's a lot of other people in this person's life, okay, in their history, in their past, or currently, that is affecting their emotional state. Queen of Cups, King of Wands, King of Pentacles, Empress, and Death. They could have had a parental figure pass, and that's some trauma that they're dealing with. Okay, or there's just like they could have had divorced parents, could have been the problem here for this person. But there's like a lot of people here in their life, past lovers, friends, colleagues, whoever, that have created an emotional disturbance. I'm hearing on the home front. Again, we could be talking about an aspect of yourself. So this person could have experienced a lot of people dying around them as well. And so they're, survival mode. They're constant, and you know, that death could be metaphorical, like people always leaving, abandoning. Okay, Sagittarius. Maybe you feel this way a little bit too. Your overall energy is the 9 of Swords. This is stress, anxiety, sleepless nights, fears. What's going on here for Sagittarius? Two of Cups. About this other person we're talking about. And if you're not thinking about any person in particular, you could be stressed out. Maybe you're finding like you don't have a connection with someone and you're really seeking connection at this time. Freedom. Freedom is your support. Hold on. Give me one more for Sag. For their current energy with this Two of Cups. It's interesting, Sagittarius. I keep hearing like it's raining outside. Like it sounds like it, but it can't be. I was just out there. Magician. Or maybe anything's possible. The storm. That's definitely rain. No, I'm not going to take the camera and show you again. I mean, if it's hailing again, I'm gonna freak out. Okay, 1 second, Sag. I have to check this. Holy crap, Sag. Okay, if you're new here, you might want to check out the reading Hailstorm. I'll link it in the box that comes up here at the end. I had to show you because it was like super sunny when I came down here to start this reading. I mean, storms happen in extreme heat and all that. But still, the fact that we're talking about a storm here and then the window and a talisman, and I come out to check if it's raining, and there's that window, you know, onto my backyard where the rain is, and then Pixel sitting right there as the talisman, like as the protector. She's just sitting right there. So I feel like this is like so in line with your message. It's like you are going to see something that alerts you about how protected you are, and that if you feel like you can't manifest something for yourself right now, it's because you're being protected. It's because it's not time. Okay? Please try not to worry or overthink a situation, because that will affect your manifestation. But more so, I feel like Spirit is saying, in due time, everything will be revealed. And if you have any fear or concern, like, you are protected. Okay, I feel like I'm going to do an extended reading. The link for that's in the description box below. In the extend, we go layer deeper. And I feel like there's something here. I'm trying to get to it. We still have a lot more cards to go. I'm going to go a little bit longer for you. But I feel like there's something here that I'm not touching on. I want to, but it's like I can't get there. And maybe this is how you feel too. But I'm going to try and extend it. But let's keep going. Maybe something more will come out here. We have what you don't see coming, the Two of Pentacles. This is balancing something, juggling something, having to hold two things at the same time that might seem like they're at odds, but they're really actually interlinked. Huh. Okay. Seven of Swords. And what's the other thing? Hold on. Whoa. Seven of Swords and shit. The energy is interesting. Page of Swords and the World. Okay, 1 second. Let me just get the chaos in order. Hold on. Seven of Swords with the Page of Swords and the World are the two things that you're holding at odds. And they're actually like this on the table. Deception, trickery, cunning behavior, manipulation, versus being able to see things clearly, having an epiphany, and protecting yourself from deception, but also being able to see the end, to know the time, to know when something is at a conclusion. Okay, so it's like, I feel like you're going back and forth here. Feels like a limbo kind of energy, but Spirit wants you to know it's not limbo, it's not purgatory, it's not stagnant, it's not delusion or confusion. It's just the energies hold on. Well, what is it? What is it? The devil. It's it's Saturn. It's constriction and restriction of what it is that you're able to see about the importance of holding these two things at odds that are actually interconnected. Okay, so if you feel like you're being pulled in two different directions, or you can't consolidate your feelings around something, or even your psychic intuition about something, it's because like Saturn won't allow it right now. Maybe this has to do with Saturn retrograde. Something is in the shadow, in the moon, because it needs to be. Or something will be, because this is what you don't see coming. Why don't you see this coming is the Four of Swords. Well, I feel like you're looking at a situation, how do I say that? Well, you're trying to look at something logically, but simple. Like you're taking, how do I say? There's a lot going on here. A lot. With Spirit, with Swords. Like it's freaking raining. It's storming all of a sudden in your reading when we're talking about this. Like there's magic here. There's power. There's big messages for you. Big, huge messages about your awakening. But it's like you're trying to get simple truths or simple answers. And I love that saying, the truth is simple, or when something's true, it should be able to be explained in simple terms. I do think that holds merit and weight to it, that idea. But on the other hand, there are things about the universe that are so outside of our brain capacity, like energetic activities, things that we can't even see with our human eye, energies that truly exist that we are not aware of in our day-to-day experience. And it's very hard to explain those things and that phenomenon because it's beyond our cognitive capacity to digest and discern. So maybe you're trying to find a simple answer to a very complex truth. And it can't be explained in simple terms. Whatever this is about for you. You have to take a more symbolic approach. You have to take a more metaphorical, spiritual leaning into understanding the true essence of your situation. And that's why I read the way I do with so much symbols and metaphors, because I know that there are things that Spirit knows and wants to communicate, and things in the energetic field that I can't really articulate properly. And so the only way that I can get that information out there is by allowing there to be some openness and fluidness in the way that I communicate, for you to be able to come to your own conclusions, for you to talk to yourself and trust your inner voice about what I'm saying. Right? Rather than me just saying, this is what it is and that's how it's going to be and that's just my ego telling you something. When I open up the space with symbols and, all this other stuff, it allows you to tap into your intuition and what you know to be true. And sometimes that truth of what you know to be true is a feeling and not necessarily something you can compute, I'm hearing, or put into words. you know? In other words, there's no easy one-liner answer to when something will be revealed. Okay, let's keep going. Thank God you're Sagittarius. Of course, this energy would only come through with Sag, but where are we now? Your opportunity, judgment, awakening. This is the card of awakening and trusting the divine and listening to the calls, the messages that Spirit has, and not really listening for answers, that tell you what's going on in a situation or what's going to happen, but listening for the presence of Spirit. Like, the storm has stopped now. I can hear it. Like, even the storm is a listening to Spirit, like paying attention to, like, oh shit, that's happening. It's a synchronicity. Tells me that we're onto something here. And that's affirming and confirming enough for me, you know? And so Spirit's saying, let those things guide you in this time where you don't know what's going on, when something's still veiled for you. Let those little signs, synchronicities be enough to fill you with that sense of presence, of source within you and around you. Don't lose faith here in what is unseen, in your ability to break a cycle as well. Okay, your advice, 5 of Cups. Let's see, what are we talking about here? 8 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like, I feel this is somebody here who has a very hard time with trust and faith and security. And they may have walked away from you because you offered those things, or you triggered something within them. Okay, somebody who's been raised in a chaotic environment when they were young and experienced trauma from that, and has not worked on, healed, and resolved and addressed some of that trauma, will be triggered by people who are safe and secure, because they will be fearful that those safe and secure people will leave them and their wounds will be reopened. Okay? Better to know the devil, better to be with the devil you know than the devil you don't know. And the devil this person knows is one of chaos, not one of security. Okay? So Spirit is saying, what should you do here? There's some mourning, I feel. Isn't that? Is it that? I don't feel like it's that. What makes you sad about this situation, whatever we're talking about? And I have no idea what it is. Okay, it could be anything. What is it that makes you sad? Like, really, what is it? Or how, like, what happens when you do feel sad in this situation? What do you do? Where do you go to in your mind? What actually happens? What are we talking about here for advice, Spirit? Air. Yeah, there's something about the mind here that happens. And it's, again, it's like Spirit wants you to what is it? Strength. Yeah, I feel like Your mind is kind of playing, no, I don't want to say that. There's a certain level of overthinking or anxiety you have about this situation. And I feel like Spirit wants you to get more into your feels about something. Your feels about spirituality, your feels about source, your feels about your own psychic abilities, your feels about sadness and regret and remorse and all the things that have happened. Like the actual feelings about it, and less about what you think. Because again, it's like something is not going to be able to be explained through words and even your own internal dialogue. Okay, outside energy, the moon. Outside energy, I meant the outcome. Interesting. Well, the moon is the outside energy, the unknown out there. But also the unseen as well, but also the outcome, the moon. Well, in the next 3 months, I feel like these energies are still going to be kind of active in terms of like something being veiled. But this isn't something to be upset about. It's a magical time here that you're protected. And something is happening here. Ugh, I wish I could like get it out more. But I feel like, again, this is your energy of a little bit of frustration. Yeah, it is written. Nourishment. Know thyself. Well, when we don't know what's really going on in a situation outside of ourselves, the best thing to do is to get to know thyself. And I think that's what this period is for. This period of protection. This period of being veiled to what's around you and outside of you, so that you can go within and nourish yourself. Okay. We best end there, I feel. So I'm going to go into the extended and we'll go a layer deeper and see what's up. Interested for that. But if you don't come along, please trust that you received whatever it is that you needed to hear in this message. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.